and welcome back to Make It to Merge. I'm Coop.
I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Will.
That was a new cadence. I've not heard you do before. I liked it.
I liked how you also said, like, hello.
I didn't pick up on that.
Did I? Should I do it again?
No, I'm happy with what I did. I mean,
Well, it's out there now. Okay.
before we begin,
Yeah.
just want to do a wee plug for our last episode where we interviewed the wonderful Miles. Our first interview. First time having anyone on our pod. That's
know.
not the three of us.
Winner of Brains v Brawn 2 of all people as well.
I know.
Jungle rat extraordinaire.
Jungle Rat team.
But yeah, I think it was good. We chatted all things redemption, and then we kept talking about his season because we kept asking him all these production questions, some of which he could not answer. But, you know.
You can tell we didn't have the kind of media training.
The
but
inside
maybe-
knowledge. Yeah.
So yeah, go give it a listen. Or if you did listen, send us a wee message. Let us know what you thought. Would you like us to do more interviews? Or would you not?
Yeah. Also, subscribe if you're not already, because that really helps the channel, guys.
Please.
It also just makes us feel like anybody actually listens. which is
Support
always
the
good.
show. Come on, lad.
Any signal that you're listening would be great. Hashtag not desperate.
Alrighty, so Australian Survivor Redemption, week 7. We're nearly at the end. So 3 episodes of this week kick off as usual with episode 1. We have got Cameron following Simon's blindside. He is claiming this move, which I just wanted to take a pause and get your thoughts on that. He's saying that he has all of the power in this game and that the other side are aware that he is the ideas man.
Where did that come from? I can't think of a single idea he's had.
I wonder if Cameron's one of those people that throws out so many ideas that one of them is always bound to have happened at some point, and then he claims that idea. He's like, oh, yeah, I said that was going to happen. I planned that. That was me.
Maybe, but just to kind of recap on what he is saying was his move, the 3 of them voted for Simon. The other 3 voted for whoever it was that they voted for. I can't remember. There was nearly rocks. And then Brooke flipped and took out Simon. So I'm not sure in what world Cameron thinks that was his move.
It's definitely not.
I mean, maybe there's just something we didn't see in the edit.
Well, anyway,
Maybe the edit's shafting him.
I absolutely. You know that scene in Schitt's Creek where Alexis auditions and she does a little bit
All
Alexis?
too well.
And Moira's like, I mean, I do admire the confidence. That's what I feel like with Cameron.
Very that. I mean, sadly, we're not going to get to see him sit at the end and try and claim this as his move.
Sadly so, yeah.
But maybe, oh no, because we won't even get to see Brooke. We won't get to see him fight it. But yeah, very interesting opening to the episode, I thought. Reward challenge is IKEA V2.
Way, IKEA's back for more.
They are all bloody over it this season, aren't they? Yeah. And I've got to say, this looks like probably the best reward that we've ever seen. So it's the IKEA retreat. They get a bed, they get food, they get a shower, they get breakfast in bed the next morning.
It didn't, though.
Well, it was on the side, yeah.
It wasn't in bed. That annoyed me.
Did it?
Yeah, that's why did they say it was it? They made it sound as if maybe Dave was going to come and serve it up for them in bed. No, they had to get out of bed, make it themselves.
Well, they could have gone back to bed with the breakfast if they'd really chosen to, but then who wants to sit in a crummy bed?
3 of them in the bed as well.
3 in
You know
a
what I
bed,
did like about it though is like when they woke up, it was all just there like magic. Like Father Christmas had come in whilst they slept and set it all up.
You know how I picture that happening, right? Is they get woken up by like 4 fucking huge team like crew members like bustling in with like all these like bong bang bong, you know, like, making a load of noise. They're like, oh my god, what's going on? And then like 10 minutes later, it's all laid out and like, right, guys. So if you just pretend to be asleep again and wake up and see the breakfast, yeah. Oh, what's happening? Oh, the breakfast is here, like magic, like fairies were coming in.
Well,
like, yeah, okay.
It's a better way to wake up than with a pot being banged.
Wow,
You'll go on the
always,
beach in your
always better than
business
that,
suit.
yeah.
Or to be told you're on the bottom
Or
if you're
to be
Linda.
woken up in the middle of the night, yeah.
As far as awakenings go.
Yeah.
Right, let's actually go back and talk about the challenge that they had to do for this reward. This was the most rope management we have ever seen in a single challenge, I think.
Very ropey.
Very, very ropey.
So this is where they're all hooked onto ropes and they have to like
Yes.
weave around the whole challenge, basically. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Caleb and Jackson are having problems
they would
with
not have a
rope
good
management.
time.
They are not managing their ropes well whatsoever.
But apparently Loz was a beast on this challenge.
Oh, yeah, Dave says she was a beast. Or savage or something, he
Savage,
said.
yeah, something like that,
Me
yeah.
and Will were like, is that a good thing? Or we
yeah,
don't
it was
really
a very
know.
loose, yeah.
I just loved when, when Dave was being really encouraging, like, come on,
Yes.
Jackson, you're,
You're still in
this.
this, yeah.
And he just, Jackson just looks at him like, what the fuck?
There's a
Yeah.
knot.
Yeah, there's a knot, yeah. And he's saying the same to Caleb. And at one point, Caleb's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're just like shrugging at him.
Yeah.
Amazingly, though, because when Dave was saying that, I was like, they are not still in this. Like, come on, let's be realistic. They did actually make it.
Yeah, then at the end.
Yeah. So the end game is like they've got to keep going back and forth under that net, don't they? And throw the sandbags
Yeah.
through
To
the
recollect ones
frame.
they've missed, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, if they hadn't had that George moment temporarily, they might have won that challenge.
I know.
Did you think it was weird in the Matt chat that Cameron very specifically said he wanted to win a challenge where he'd be able to wash his clothes?
Did it?
noticed
Or-
that.
because it's quite niche. I mean, I guess he probably did wash them at this IKEA.
In the shower, do you think?
Yeah, there's IKEA spa, but it's not really like a,
It's
like
not up there.
the laundry reward where they all get sent to,
To
a
a-
bunch of
to a
washing
laundrette,
machines.
yeah.
Right. It's-
Here's a few quarters. Now, off to the laundry you go in this
Right.
village in Samoa.
hang out at the locals, get a cigarette off them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. So Cameron wins. So he does get to do his laundry.
Well done.
He decides that he's going to take Keely and Sally.
Because he thinks Keely's not won a reward.
I think,
Yes.
yeah, and I think taking Sally's fair enough because
Oh, yeah.
all she's won is a car.
Wow, true, yeah.
And also,
Poor Sally.
not 10 minutes before, he was floating her name to get her out of the game, which I think actually
Right.
might be why he took her, because he wanted to keep her close because he doesn't trust her. But yeah, it was an interesting choice. Loz was not happy at all with that decision.
Loz hasn't been happy with any reward decision because I think she's
not been taken on
she's
any.
not had a reward, has she?
She's been snubbed big
She's
time
been
on the
massive. I mean,
reward.
first the Simon snub, now this.
Oh God. And that was such a one to miss out
I'd
on.
feel bad for her if it wasn't so funny. Poor Loz.
Did you notice that Cameron claims that he gives himself the title of the defending IKEA Reward Challenge champion?
Oh, yeah.
He's also shouting at one point, I love IKEA.
Yeah.
It's like a product placement
he's like,
dream.
I'm going to get in the edit one way or another.
Oh, God damn, I am.
I enjoyed how when they got to the reward, he was in the shower just totally paranoid as the other two were searching for idols the whole time. Like he just kept looking over and they're just it's like, oh, Keely, can you come and scrub my back? So you can't look for an idol.
Yeah, I'm amazed there wasn't an idol at that reward, actually.
I know. I thought someone was going to reach into a robe pocket and pull out an idol.
Yeah,
Or
same.
a clue at the very least. But I guess we've already got the split idol. Is the split
Yeah.
idol involved at this point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
Sally.
already-
Yeah.
So that's already in the mix and creating quite good storylines.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know.
True.
I was thinking that the producers don't want to mess with that weird half idol storyline.
Yeah.
They got.
Yeah. Imagine if someone had like 1.5 idols that have never been seen before. So whilst the others are at this reward challenge, we've got the other four back on the beach, which is Caleb, Loz, Brooke, and Jackson. And they're saying that they should do a prank. And then Brooke is like, my idea for a prank is that we all vote Cameron out.
I think it's a great prank.
Very good prank.
I'm on board
Yeah.
with that prank.
So deadpan, isn't it?
Yeah.
At this stage, you've got Caleb and Loz kind of fuming that they've not been taken.
Yes. Loz says she's a little salty about the reward situation because they keep talking about the lamb chops and then that's getting them all riled up again and they're so angry that they've not been taken.
I can't remember if it's at this point or later where they just say they'll never vote for him to win because he's made them.
Yeah. Not a bit of jury.
Oh my God. I would so be like that though because the food would just... Yeah, you would want to be taken so badly.
And then he makes it worse when they go to the challenge and he's going on and on and on about how great of a reward it was. Like, because the room.
We've seen it before when people come back from the reward and they just play it down, don't they? They're like, oh yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, it was amazing. I love IKEA.
The breakfast pastries, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. If there's one thing we've picked up from the rest of the survivors is that Cameron doesn't know when to shut up.
Yeah. Oh, that became very evident throughout this episode, didn't it?
Right? Because we hadn't really seen much of this. We'd heard people say he's annoying several times, but I think this episode is really when we first see it. And
yes.
Did you say to me, I'm pretty sure he's been like this the whole time?
Yes.
We've just not seen it in the edit.
That's exactly what I think is the case. And then it's almost like the producers dialed up Radio Cameron for this episode so that it made it clear to us as the audience members, like, okay, this is why they've had to vote him out because it's been...
Do you think they just... thought that the audience wouldn't be able to stand him for the rest of it if he was a call of airtime.
Yeah, I think it could be that, or like that it gives us like an understanding of why they haven't voted out Brooke in this episode.
Yeah.
It's like mad.
It's like, how would you not vote out Brooke? Oh, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're going to start thinking, how did he not get voted out sooner?
Flabbergasting, honestly. So let's actually talk about the immunity challenge because this is where we see it like at full scale pretty much, isn't it?
We've got some seesaws back.
Yes.
They're out the props department, wheeling out the...
They are making good use of those seesaws. But it's weird. It's like a strange balancing ball thing, isn't it? With
their feet.
With their feet, yeah. So like intense endurance.
Yeah. It's like that machine at the gym, isn't it? Kind of where you have to push it, but not really.
Yeah, very that. As we know, as big gym bunnies on the pod. But yeah, throughout this challenge, Cameron just does not stop. And I was loving it. It was so entertaining, just from a challenge perspective. Yeah.
And it's not a bad strategy, distracting everyone.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
It just did not stop, did it? Even Dave's chiming in.
He's shouting over to Brooke and Keely, my favourite girl.
Girlies, yeah. And this is one of those, because I know I've talked before about how I think people need to shut up in a challenge, but if you're still in the challenge, I think it's fair, right? It's like, it's a distraction technique, right? It's like, admittedly, you're probably going to screw yourself one way or another because you're going to annoy people and they're going to want to vote you out. But it's a valid strategy if you're still in the challenge.
Yeah. Or you're likely to maybe distract yourself. Like when Jackson was laughing at Caleb going out and then he went out.
Oh my God, that was funny actually. Yeah, the rivalry. Did you also like how Caleb said that they had the real reward because they had a night away from Cameron?
Oh yeah.
Even though they didn't go on the reward.
God, it's got bad.
There's some more of Cameron's chat that I've got a note about is him saying, I'll never forget you, Dave. Will you ever forget me? And then my personal favourite, when he asks Dave if they would be alive.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes. Oh, it was so good.
Actually, would like to see that.
Also, he kept doing impressions of Dave. Which we were
a couple of them were pretty good.
Yeah, they were pretty spot on. At one point, I was like, oh, is that actually Dave speaking? But
I really love when the contestants do their own commentary. Miles used to do it a lot.
He did.
We had one from Keely in this week as well, I think. Yeah.
What, commenting?
Yeah.
She did a commentary of herself, like, and that's Keely with 5 blocks. It was on a different channel.
Oh, yeah. Also, we need to talk about Keely in this challenge.
What? Oh, my God. Wow.
She didn't have like a bead of sweat on her. She didn't flinch. She hardly said anything.
If you were going to ask me at the start of that challenge, predict a winner, it would never have been Keely.
I It seemed like it was going to be Brooks to win that one.
Yeah. I mean, super impressive. Well done, Keely. Like,
It was crazy good. Like, just statuesque. And people are like
it was all about the
chatting
focus,
around.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
This was like solid as a rock.
Yes. And people were like chatting around her, like, how is she actually doing this? I think Loz is even like, is she breathing?
Yeah.
Because she's
Someone's
like,
she's still alive. Like.
yeah, rock star. So super impressed, like very well deserved win of the immunity.
100%.
At one point, I was a bit confused because Keely says to Brooke, I've got this if you need to drop.
Yes.
And I guess she means Cameron's not going to win it.
Yeah, I
But
think.
at the same time, her guessing it isn't necessarily good news for Brooke anyway.
Yeah, I was curious about that as well because we have seen from Keely at this point that she is very interested in a Brooke vote and she knows she's going to have to do it at some point. So yeah, I was thinking maybe she was going to say that to her and then vote her out. Obviously she didn't in the end,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was interesting. Also, you've got to have so much trust in someone if they say that to like let them do it as well, even though Brooke was on her way out anyway. Back at the beach.
Yep, we've hit the scramble.
Yes.
Caleb is sick of Cameron's shenanigans.
Yes. So Caleb knows that Sally has half an idol and Caleb tricks Brooke into telling him that she also has this half an idol, which was very outstanding. So smart, so simple, yet big power comes with that move, I would say.
Yeah.
It was just such a good read again of the situation. And then it led to this whole thing of like everyone was just convinced that Caleb had the half idol.
Yes.
At that point on.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. Which
As well, I think that helps Caleb not be as much of a target as he might have been otherwise because you don't want to vote out the other half of your idol.
oh yeah.
At least until the time comes, obviously.
Yeah, good point actually.
Well, I was just going to say, is it Jackson and Caleb then both just really want to vote for Cameron even though Brooke's available?
Yes.
And Laws as well.
Yes. Caleb at one point says they need to do a splitty on Jackson, which I really enjoy.
See, I love that.
Because we always say swingy, don't we? Oh, you're the swingy, but splitty. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we also had Jackson telling us that Cameron, like being with him is like being in a sitcom and he's like the donkey from Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
Say that, yeah. Oh, they have had it big
That
time,
donkey
haven't
is
they?
so annoying.
I like
I
it.
love him,
No,
yeah.
you don't.
I do.
Yeah, he's great.
But I don't have a bad word to say about anything in the Shrek first two movies. After that, it goes downhill.
Stephen hates Shrek.
What?
Oh no.
Stephen.
That's Will and Stephen's friendship over. Yeah, so basically this is like just laying the groundwork, isn't it? Question for you at this point. What would you do in this situation? You have Brooke, who is obviously, I mean, if she gets to final tribal, there's an extremely high chance that she would win. And then you've got Cameron, who by all accounts has become insufferable. What do you do? This is a dilemma.
I think you just need to stick it out with the Cameron,
Yeah.
keep him in. But I also think it's so easy to say that when you're sat at home and you're not stuck in an island with this guy for
The
ages.
thing is, though, right,
This bloke.
if he's been this annoying this whole time, what's one more? Like, you've got the chance now to get out someone who is a challenge beast. And if they win every remaining immunity, that's it. You've lost your chance. And there's not that many immunity challenges left.
Yeah.
Whereas Cameron staying in, he's just a shield, you know?
Yeah.
Because you vote out Brooke now, and then you've still got Cameron to go, well, okay, now let's get rid of Cameron.
Yeah.
You know, he's still annoying, so off he goes.
Yeah.
Like,
It like, I wonder if there was just some kind of breaking point that was reached and they just, because it is just so
It's just-
strange that they would Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know how one of my favourite votes of all time is in All Stars?
Jackie.
Yeah, when Jackie votes out Zach, even though it really hinders her game because she just gets so annoyed with him that she couldn't stand him a second longer, so she votes him out.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of that, but not as in so much of a funny way.
Proof of how important the social game is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
People will literally like burn their own games potentially just because you're annoying.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. At Tribal Council, before Cameron's voted out, we get a lot of chat from Dave about Icarus.
Can you say it in layman's terms?
This didn't need to be quite so much of a chat. It was meant to be a simple question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I've just got in my head, and you can also edit this out.
I want you to keep on.
No, because I need to sing. He's married in Icarus. He's flown too close to the sun.
Yeah, I'll probably get copyright struck for that because that was such a perfect rendition.
I know my pitch was a little off.
Discuss that the weather is always diabolical.
Oh my God, I made a
whenever
note.
they're at Tribal.
I honestly think this was the rainiest Tribal ever.
It's been non-stop with every
was
Tribal, right?
Bad.
And I think, fair enough, the contestants that are still in the game, they've still got a chance to win the big bucks. But
Yeah.
the jury, they're just forced
I
to
know.
I think they would have like a shelter. They need to stand like a football stadium or
Yes.
something.
Made out of palm fronds on the top.
Yeah, I feel like it's come from like, what was it, first season of Real, or maybe second season of US Survivor, and they all had to stand in the rain. When Tribal Council happened, now it's just Survivor tradition. Everyone has to bear the rain, apart from the crew who get their little shelters. But that's,
They've had a cover though. They've had a tent or something. Because
have they?
I'm sure one time this is early days American seasons, they all stayed at Tribal Council.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the weather was that bad.
They have had ones with little huts type. Yeah.
I don't know if that was because they had a hut or because it would have been so treacherous to get back though.
Oh, right, yeah.
Back in the days when they
maybe.
literally had to walk to Tribal Council.
An hour walk.
Sneaky buses or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh God, imagine it like being on board the Tribal bus. Woo, woo. The Tribal bus is coming and everybody's jumping. Oh my God, it's probably that bus from
The Brainsby bus.
Oh, yeah.
Bus. Oh yeah. It
still
must
on the
be.
island somewhere.
Right. There's not really that much else that happens in this Tribal apart from Brooke reveals her half an idol and says that Caleb has the other half. I think because she's convinced that she's going to be going home, because you would think that if you were Brooke.
Caleb gives a little wink to Sally, like, yeah, that's right. I think I've got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was quite a fun little wink, actually, wasn't it?
He was like, oh, I've been rumbled. Wink.
Yeah. Yeah. I think just the kind of returnees plus, well, it's only really one returnee left now, but that alliance, Keely, Jackson, Brooke, are just astounded. I was going to say outstanding, astounded that they are still in this game after this Tribal.
I mean, you would, yeah, right? Like,
They went from like an 8-person majority to the other side, didn't it? I remember
Yeah.
Jackson saying this, them calling themselves the underdog.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of the first times, at least in Australian Survivor, we've seen that kind of swing.
Yeah.
Like it's gone from basically a firm majority, and then, but not even through the efforts of the other alliance. They've just sort of imploded.
Yeah, they've
blown themselves apart.
They have.
The
yeah.
others only really needed to, stoke the fire here and there.
Yeah.
They did do a good job. They did like the best that they could possibly do, but without the larger majority shooting themselves in the foot on a couple of key votes.
Oh yeah.
I think as well, like you've got the returning players who formed this like kind of automatic alliance and a few others joined them for the ride. But then everyone else that was left don't necessarily gel well together. They don't necessarily get on. I don't even think they were all from the same, initial tribe.
They've all just kind of fallen together, haven't they?
Yeah, they're kind of like the spares that have all come together.
You're right. There's no like strong
Allegiance,
foundations
really.
there. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Very interesting.
We build a strong enough foundation.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, moving on to episode 2. The scene opens and we literally get that tune. Kirst, nail it.
That one? No?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was that
Which
one.
one? Really? I didn't notice this.
Yeah, the one that you always do where it's like,
Ah,
It's like the one they use to show tranquility.
yeah,
Like if they're
peaceful
on
morning.
Yes.
Bounty Beach.
So it starts
Hammering
this way.
going.
Yeah. And then we just hear this almighty scream.
Oh,
And
This
it's
is bleak.
It is
so
beyond bleak. So maggots.
maggots.
Even the word is making me itchy.
Caleb
It
loves
is-
it though. He's doing the maggot dance.
Yeah, but I think even he is like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is rough.
That's his coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
and
mean-
he does have quite an affinity for
Creepy
animals.
crawlies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
that's-
it is rough.
No,
And they say they need to burn all of their clothes to get rid of it. And I was wondering, did
Yeah.
they burn Eliza's poncho?
Oh my
I mean, if it was infested with maggots,
I
you
think they
would.
might have.
Have
but
we
I don't
seen it
know.
since?
I'm not sure. I need to fact check that.
They
But
did. They did throw something on the fire that we saw.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
what
it
I was wondering.
It was the poncho, wasn't it? Was it the rainbowy poncho?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was as
Yeah,
well.
they were putting that on the fire, weren't they?
That's Eliza's revenge.
And it was
poncho.
intercut with like the tiny screaming of maggots that the sound department added in.
Oh, I missed that. I was more just like reeling in horror at the entire thing.
It was so like funnily edited, the whole thing. Like,
It was
just,
quite a fun
just like the
opening, yeah.
ceremonial burning of the maggoty poncho. It
Yeah.
was all like it was like a big event.
I was wondering if they did need to burn all their clothes. Would production have just given them?
I feel like the ratings would go up massively if they all had to be naked though. So
Imagine. Oh my God. Yeah. Horrendous. So, immunity challenge. We have got one of those, probably one of my least hated ones where you've
One
got
of your least hated ones.
most hated. Sorry.
Oh,
Right.
right. I was going to say it's unlike you to like a challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe the challenges should be better. Well,
Maybe they should all just be coconut holes.
Well, that would make me very happy.
they could do individual coconut holes.
Oh my God. That
They
would
could.
be sick.
Just everyone holding. Yeah,
That'd be sick, bruv.
they could have everyone holding a net, and then maybe just Dave
yeah.
and lobbing coconuts.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that.
Or they get in the like jury members come in and throw.
Or
Yeah.
like a machine, like a slingshot machine, a trebuchet. Is that what they're
Ooh.
called? A trebuchet.
Yeah, yeah. I guess at that point though, it becomes
Medieval.
like everyone.
Oh, is it one of those arm things that goes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thought when I went to visit a castle, they had an old trebuchet.
Oh really? Where was
God,
that?
I love that. That's what they're called.
Warwick Castle.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I'm going to Warwick Castle then.
Yeah, awesome. Take the day off.
Yeah. Day trip.
Day trip. Oh my god.
Make it to Merge day trip.
IKEA, then Warwick Castle.
Yes.
And we can justify it because it's content, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put it on the company credit card.
What were you saying before? I interrupted you because I clocked what a trebuchet was.
It just becomes like, because if everyone's holding it up, then it just becomes one of those challenges where everyone's holding their own percentage of their body weight because you have to make it fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
in realistic terms, it wouldn't happen.
Not quite as fun. Yeah,
has to
agree.
be the poop
But
belief.
anyway, the challenge that we do have is block stacking, where they have to use the rope to balance the hinged shelf, and they've got to go all the way back, and they've added an additional element in that they have to go backwards up the stairs whilst
I
holding
quite
the rope.
liked that additional element.
Did you?
Yeah, it just added a bit of an additional element, didn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's different.
Part of me thought he maybe shouldn't have told them what it spelled,
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
but then actually it would have just dragged it
I
out
think
even longer.
we would have been there for hours. Yeah.
I mean, is this the one
Like,
where we get?
you're not allowed to know how it's spelled, and also you can't take any blocks off if you get them in the wrong order. So if you get any in the wrong order, you have to start all over again. They'll be there till the tomorrow.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
This is another one where Jackson drops one block, and you've got to start all over again.
And I thought it was harsh because you had the 2 rows.
Yeah.
And he dropped, it was like the first block of the second row.
That did suck. Yeah.
And everything else
Yeah.
stayed up.
But not back to the
That was painful.
beginning.
But again, we have to shout out Keely for this win.
Second immunity win in a row.
Yeah, and-
Keely the challenge beast.
I don't think she even drops her blocks once that we saw anyway. She was just in the zone.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
I reckon Keely's going to do a Brooke, and like she's going to come back in maybe like 2 or 3 seasons' time. She's going to be fucking jacked. Like,
Yeah, challenge beast. Dave confirms at this point that it is a final 2.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So because we had some speculation due to something Shawnee said on Jury's Out, but it is final 2 apparently. So
A double bluff from her.
yeah. So Keely, this is in the scramble now. Keely knows that the Brooke vote has to come at some point. She thinks it's coming tonight. So she asks Brooke if she will consider leaving the half an idol, which must have been a very uncomfortable conversation. Like, that's a big ask. Basically, it's saying your game is
your game's over.
Yeah.
Can you let me try and keep my game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, you got to make that play, right? At that
Yeah.
point.
Brooke's been hunting for the other half.
Yeah.
Do you think there were more halves out there, or do you think that's it?
Oh, that would be interesting.
I think if there were more halves out there, they would have found it.
You think?
Because they did a solid search for that other half when they first found it, I think, or she did.
And there's multiple people searching. for this,
Yeah,
isn't there?
people have been looking for idols for like the last few, well, always basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have come across it. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
It would have been good though if there was 3 halves and then
3
like
halves.
you had to kind of almost
my
race to get a pair for your idol, and then one person would be left just with half an
That
idol
would
that
be
they could
very interesting. Production, if you're listening.
Yeah, well, we know they do.
I think that's going to, you know.
Would you like to explain to all of us what Sally's plan is?
Oh my God, what was this? So, Sally's plan is she wants to tell Brooke that she is going to blindside Caleb if Brooke gives her the idol. I don't know why.
It just made no sense.
didn't.
In terms of like, in what world would Brooke ever give her
Yeah.
her idol in any circumstances, to be honest? Never mind this cockamamie plan. Like, Caleb said, if you give me your half, he'll give me his. Even then, that means Sally has the idol. Why would Brooke do that? What? I mean, it goes back to like Miles said. I mean, as we know, people just get delirium after it. I
Yeah.
can only imagine that Sally was tired, hungry, and just like,
And she has become fixated on getting a big move.
But she kept, and she was saying she wanted it to be a double blind side of
double. Yeah.
I really made me laugh when she's told the plan to Keely, and Keely was like silent, and then she was like,
okay.
unusual.
Yeah. You could tell Keely was thinking, what the are you on about?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what it
obviously trying to keep
reminded
her on
me of?
side.
Like when I was younger, sometimes I'd go shopping with my mum and then I'd like try something on that I really liked, and she'd be like, it's different.
It's a look.
You hate it. Just tell me you hate it.
If you like it.
Yeah.
Caleb really doesn't understand the plan either,
No, he doesn't.
Of course he doesn't.
understandably, but he does know that he's not pleased about being this decoy.
Yeah.
The splitty.
Yeah, but
Well, not splitty.
and justifiably, because she nearly cooks Caleb's whole game with this
Wow.
bizarre plan.
This was interesting as well because Caleb comes up to Brooke literally like just after or before Sally makes this pitch, and he's like, and he still plays it as if he's got the half of the idol.
Yeah.
But at the same time saying, I mean, I'm not giving her my
Yes.
half. No matter what she says, I'm not going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
which I thought was really smart because
That
he
was
doesn't
really
blow up the
clever.
whole plan of like,
Yes.
oh, he's got the half an idol, but still is putting the votes off him.
Yes.
In terms of like, look, who would do that? What?
Yeah.
Like,
Very smart. Also really like this bit where Sally says to Brooke, I can't believe I'm blindsiding Caleb. And Brooke's like, I can't either.
yeah. Nobody can.
Yeah. So Brooke basically isn't, but I don't really know what to say about that. I don't know what.
What is there to say?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
It was an attempt.
I think, as well as being quite inexplicable, this plan, it was going to achieve nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Right? It was just going to be the same end result.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I really don't know. I think it was the big move itis, as they say. Yeah, very interesting. So at Tribal, Brooke tells Caleb that she's hidden her half of the idol back at the beach. And if he votes with her, she will tell him where it is and it's his. Which I thought
it's a good last-ditch attempt.
It is a really good
You've got to
last
try
attempt.
it.
Yeah. And one that I think people would consider maybe, because if you get an idol out of it, could be worth it.
Yeah, Caleb's just like, I'll find it.
Yeah.
You'll have to dig pretty hard without the coordinates.
Yeah. Sally makes another bizarre comment at Tribal. She says there are no alliances at this point in the game.
At 6. And then Loz's reaction was making me.
Yeah. She's like burning daggers into her, like, what do you mean there's no alliances? What about our alliance?
They're literally in an alliance. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
It just goes to show that Sally
but like, why would you say that and like stress out your allies?
Yes, I have no idea. Even Dave is like, oh, I thought you guys were locked in.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Apparently not.
Sally just had me bamboozled like a panda this episode.
Yeah.
I couldn't follow any of it.
I had no idea
I think
either.
I think the delirium well and truly
Yeah.
set in.
Yeah, I was bloody delirious watching it.
And like you said, she was desperate to get a move in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're terrified of the jury.
This
As
is-
they should be.
Well, this is also the Tribal where that conversation I mentioned earlier about Jackson telling them they're not the underdog.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
really enjoyed that little monologue that he went on. Unfortunately, though, I think where he basically backed up Brooke so much
Yeah.
that it just made her this insane threat as if she wasn't already one.
Like,
yeah.
Here's why Brooke will beat all of them.
Yeah,
The final
exactly.
trial.
You may as well have got like a spotlight and just shone
Yeah.
it directly on her.
He thought he was helping, but like,
It was sweet actually because
It was, yeah.
it was really nice things that he was saying and so true.
Yeah.
Such a like Jackson thing to do.
yeah. Yeah.
he's got the big talk, the wrestler big talk.
Yeah, definitely.
So this really could have gone to Rock.
I know.
If really had stuck it out.
I would have had so much respect if like they teased us on that rocks like an episode earlier, but they're not teased us on this episode.
then we got
They've actually gone to rocks.
Yes,
like that would have blown my mind.
I honestly thought we might get it. Oh,
It seemed like
and I
it.
was thinking, oh my God, I'll have to message Miles. We were just talking this morning about getting rocks.
About how rocks will never happen.
And literally, while we were speaking to Miles, the episode was airing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
happen. I'm surprised Kaylee didn't stick it out.
I guess for her, if she'd have gone to rocks and then lost,
Might have gone out.
yeah, because it would have been Brooke that would have been safe.
Yeah.
And she would have, so.
Wait, sorry, who had the immunity?
Kaylee did.
Oh shit, yeah.
So yeah, Keely would have been safe anyway. But I mean,
And I'm surprised she didn't go to Rocks actually with this because, like, surely keeping Brooke around benefits her game.
Wow. It does.
And then when Brooke goes, she kept joking, like, oh, I'll see you there next.
You
time.
know, what I wonder, we'll have to listen to her deep dive, but I wonder if she thought, if I don't vote her out now and Brooke wins all the next two immunities,
She's a goner.
She's in the final and then it will be hard. Although I do think Keely would have had a really good chance of beating Brooke.
at the
but-
final tribal.
At Final Tribal, yeah. But maybe
That would have
maybe
been a
that's
great
what
one,
she was
yeah.
thinking.
Keely versus Brooke, I would have loved to have seen.
Oh, yeah, that would have
Tribal.
been good.
But
Yeah. And then the only reason then that these three could have had a cohesive vote for Caleb is because of Sally's bizarre plan.
Yeah. Who did they vote for?
Jackson and Brooke voted for Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
Haley voted for Brooke, and then so did the other three.
Yes.
So yeah, like Sally was so close to cooking it for Caleb. Like,
Imagine.
and you know, fair enough if that was her intention, but it really wasn't. her
Yeah.
intention. So
Oh, it was bizarre, and I mean things get weirder in the next episode. So should we?
but
actually,
let's
no, we should-
talk
sorry.
about Brooke's
Yes.
fond farewell.
We were emotional, weren't we?
It felt like the end of like OG Australian Survivor era.
Yeah.
they'll be back.
It's not to say they won't be back, but like we've got a new host now. We've just had the returnees. We've got all these new players who've come in and they've voted out all the returnees. It's a very nice bookend to that era of Survivor. It's not to say the next era is not going to keep being good and we're not going to have people returning from the old era, but it just felt, and the little clips that they showed. Because I look
usually gets a montage like that.
I know, right? I remember watching that season like years ago.
Yeah.
And to me, Brooke now looks the same as she did then.
Oh God, she
but
does.
then you see, well, I mean, she basically does, yeah.
But then when you see,
you see her, and she looks so baby faced back in those early days. Like, oh, Brookie, like,
I know.
And I guess as well, like she was literally in the first one that we ever watched, whereas some of the other returnees have been a little bit later on. So she really is that like peak nostalgic. Yeah. So yeah, it was emotional. I thought.
I think it was. Yeah, it was just a very nice send off. All right.
Yeah.
Simon stood up to give her a send off as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They all stood up and gave her a little applause.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
And with Dave snuffing the torch as well. It was all like quite full circle. Well, not full circle, but it was all just tied up really like emotionally, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just when she was saying to them all, "Oh, you've got the best host."
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a snub.
Strange thing to say. Nothing against Dave, but I mean, really, you're going to do JLP dirty like that, Brooke?
Yeah, I wonder if it was just one of those things that you like say in the moment and then you're like,
because they're pals. Like,
yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah. I think she probably just meant to say you've got a great host.
Yeah.
Not the best host. But
you know what? It's like if I was on Survivor and one of you replaced you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I bet you guys have the best. You could be doing the worst possible job ever, like blowing up people's games accidentally. And I'd be like, you guys are the best host.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll allow it.
Okay, so episode 3 of the week, it opens with Jackson saying that Queen Kaput is gone, and probably they are thinking they're going to be next, the Kaput Alliance. Loz is saying that they have got another tribal council hangover. I'm not really sure what that was about because she was in the majority that voted Brooke out. I think they maybe all just feel a bit like sad, don't they?
Is that what she means by tribal? I don't know what she means. Really.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Well, I was thinking it was, when you've done something bad at tribal and then you have dread.
You feel bad about it.
Yeah, but I think they're all just maybe a bit glum, aren't they? Because they voted out Brooke.
I imagine she was popular in camp.
Yeah, like a bittersweet kind of thing.
I'd get it earlier in the game when not everyone's going to tribal council, and if you've been on the tribe that went to tribal council, you've obviously had a later night than like the other tribe.
Oh
But
yeah.
I don't really get it in this point of the game where everyone's going every day, basically, or every 2 days. So
Just exhausted, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this when we find out that Loz has spent a year
Yes.
Preparing for this game,
It is, which is
very Andy from is it Challengers versus Contenders he was first on?
yes.
Yes.
And then back for Blood v Water. But yeah, that's when we initially saw his kind of at-home prep, which for the listener is one of our favourite clips of all time when we see him in his back garden fashioning one of those long poles to get a key
to
from
get the car key. I mean, he was making full-on challenges, wasn't he? Like,
That's my favourite ever, contestant intro.
yeah.
So
it feels
good.
like Loz maybe focused a bit more on the survival aspects, though. I don't.
Fire.
From what we saw, anyway, fire's a good one to
There was a
practice for
good
sure.
load of fire symbolism in this one, and it confused me for a second because I was thinking, oh my God, are we going to get fire today? But then obviously I remembered we're not at Final Four. But yeah, there was a lot of that.
I guess she might have wanted to spend a bit of time pretending to deceive her friends and trick people.
Yeah, just lying day
That probably
to
would have
day.
been some useful practice to have, yeah.
But the kind of theme for Loz in this episode is that she's really stressed that she hasn't got a move to say to the jury on her resume.
The thing
which
is, right,
must be
It's so late on.
this is it.
it's
If you've
too
not
late.
got a move by this point in the game, it doesn't matter what you do, you're a goat in the eyes of the jury.
yeah.
Right? It's like you can the thing is, if you get all the way to like final 5
It's too late.
and then you vote someone out who's a big player, it's like, well, they were probably going to get voted out anyway.
By everyone
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
Right.
So you've not got to move. If you've not got to move that late, you've not got to move, full stop. You're not going to change things. You need to start like just after merge, ideally, at least sowing some seeds.
And it
mid
doesn't
post merge, you need a move. You need a move.
Yeah.
You need something. Oh, and who was I listening to today that was saying about like micro moves that you just need to have these, like, they don't have to be these huge, massive moves all
definitely
the time.
not.
They can be smaller moves that build up your
Add up
game
to become
so you've got a well-rounded game when you get to the
That's
jury.
it,
You can say, from this point to this point, I was doing this. Not, oh, I floated the whole way through and then at 5
Well,
I
this is
did
it.
a huge move.
micro moves. If you can influence the game in a way, especially without being obvious about it, and you still want people involved in that move who end up on the jury, so that they can go, oh yeah, they did do that. That's how you build, in my eyes, a good resume.
Yeah.
Say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But at this stage,
This is just too little too late.
I think
Yeah,
she's
it's-
only got the social game going for her at this point. That's really, as far as we've seen and what she's saying as well.
As we know, it's super important to have a good social game, but you need the rest of it in there as well.
Yeah.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like, she's had a social game, but she had to use it. She's been in this like big alliance.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like she's had to talk her way out of getting voted out or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
This is
right.
really going to bite us in the ass when she wins next week. Isn't it?
But I agree completely. It's just too late at this point. It reminds me of when we asked our puppy trainer, like, oh, when should we start leaving her in house on her own? And she was like, oh, yeah, like about 2 months ago. Great.
Very that, yeah. So Brooke, in the last episode, forgot to mention, she does actually leave her half an idol for Keely. She tells her where it is. We see Keely getting that and asks Caleb for the other half.
Why would he say yes to that?
Well, he doesn't have it. And oh no, wait, actually,
If he did have it.
did he say that? Did she ask him that?
She did ask
Yeah, she did.
him, and he didn't. Oh, he obviously said no. And then he's doing that song with Sally, isn't he? Like it's a wee song, like they ain't getting the idol.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
he
from
really.
Keely's- But I'm just like, why would it? Like from Keely's point of view, she's asking him this, but why would he ever say yes?
I don't know.
It's half idols. It's so. People are being really loopy about them.
Yeah.
And they just seem to think the other person's going to give them it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like, no cares.
I
Like,
don't blame her for giving it a go, right? Like,
Yeah.
you've got to give it. I mean,
Because potentially they could have teamed up and
potentially it could have ignited a conversation or a deal or, you know, something. And I can't remember who was talking about it. I think it might have even been Keely who was talking about how Brooke had a way of getting boys on her side, basically. You know, you give them the look.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they melt like butter in the palm of your hand.
not the look, though, that means you're in trouble.
Not that look. No, not the nod. No. But yeah, you can't blame her for just trying it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like she concocted this massive convoluted plan about, you know, I'll promise to vote out this person, or they'll give me
Yeah.
theirs. So
I guess as well we're forgetting that Caleb has got beef with Keely from a long time ago because
I've forgotten about this.
yeah, because
Well,
remember when he was
yeah.
getting really frustrated with that head office alliance and the fact that he was never told the vote.
Oh, yeah.
He was always the one that had to put the vote on Sally
And then go back to-
yeah.
And he always got told it last minute at trial.
Yeah,
right?
So it was always Keely in that position of power,
Wow.
basically telling him what to vote. And so, like, maybe if that situation had been different, he could have been more open to a conversation. But yeah, he's not.
I
in this
can't
point.
remember what the exact saying is, but it's about, like, you know, how you treat people when you have power, because it might come back and bite you when you don't have power anymore. You know, you
yeah.
should treat people with humility all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it's like, be careful who you kick on your way up because
Yeah.
you meet them on the way back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
This
Yes.
is a very good example of that, I think.
Yeah. We also get some shots of Caleb, and he's saying that he very strongly suspects that Brooke left the idol for either Keely or Jackson, which again is another read that is bang on the money because she obviously did.
Yeah, I can't say it was unexpected that would have happened though, right? Like,
No,
she
but
left it for one of her two,
but nobody
close
else
allies.
was saying it.
The fact that they're showing us him saying it just makes me really hopeful he's getting a winner's exit.
Yeah.
Because they've been showing all these little moments where he just has such a good read on the game.
Yeah,
And
I
he
think
was
you're right.
he was the first person to get an intro package.
Was he?
Yeah, I think
yes,
he was.
It was right at the
If he
start.
wasn't he was
Yeah.
one.
The
but-
truck.
Yeah,
White lines
the white
thing.
lines. He wakes up, he sees the lines. Yeah, he was the first person to get that package.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
Oh gosh.
yeah,
Please,
Wow.
God.
I know. So off to the immunity. I just made a little note here. Do you like it that whenever you have to give the immunity necklace back, it's always taken from you and placed back on the stand? Like, you never just take the immunity necklace off and give it back to Dave, do you? Like, you always turn around and from behind it is ceremoniously taken from you and placed back.
yeah. I mean,
A lot of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think they could just cut that, couldn't they? Like, you know how we never see them draw the rocks for which
Yes.
position they're going to be in? Do we need to see them give back this idol every time? And it's always like, oh, just giving you it back for now. I'll be getting that back later. Like,
yeah. I think we do need to see it because it's like a reminder
Of what's
for
on
the
the
more
line.
casual viewer at home. Here's what's on the line. But yeah,
Yes,
I totally
right,
agree.
okay.
We don't need the same fucking line every time about, oh, it's just temporary. I'll have it back tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, you've not seen Survivor before because everybody says that every time.
Yeah, it got boring after the first 3 times.
Yeah, there's
Season one.
nothing witty about that.
I remember JLP just used to do this polite little chuckle whenever anybody did it. Like he was
No,
just
he just-
dying inside.
Immunity challenge itself, quite interesting. It was a balancing one, but I kind of liked it.
Was
So
it another
like,
block, but they had the stick?
They had the stick and they had to weave it through the maze.
Yeah, it's like that game.
The electrocution game. Yes, I made a note of that as well. Like,
Electrocution game.
yeah, there was like a childhood
done this.
game.
Oh yeah, and if you touch the wire with your rod, it goes. Bzz.
Yeah.
I remember
And it
that.
electrocuted you. Some ones that you can
Did
get.
it?
Some
I
ones.
don't remember that element.
Yeah,
I think
like
yours was defective.
But yeah, they have to balance like a ridiculous number of blocks when they get through. This
Side note: do you not think it would actually be really fun if in this challenge it had given them obviously a very gentle shock?
yeah, it would have added like a different like fun element.
Yeah,
to
like
it.
the same
Quite
kind
serious,
of shock you
wasn't
get
it?
like in a child game, you know, a silly fun.
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
like a little bzz, Survivor would really be going to
Maybe it would be funny if they just only introduced it like halfway through the challenge as well. So like to
stop.
start with, they didn't think that it did that, and then
Yes.
Dave just gets sick.
Dave pulls a crank,
Yeah.
turns on the electricity.
Crank. Or like a comically big button that you put.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, do you
One
think
of those like switch lever things.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Well, do you think JLP had a crank? So what should Dave's like object of
Yeah.
triggering something?
He's
Is
already
he-
had the crank.
He did have the crank, but that was for a
have a
different
lever.
scenario.
Yeah, he could
I think
have a
the
lever.
button. I think the button was a good suggestion, though.
Button is good, but how would that work in final immunity?
Oh, I don't know,
Well,
but it
just
would work
hits
in
the
this.
button and it does whatever the crank would have done.
Oh yeah,
By a button.
yeah. It could be like one of those big plungers, you know, that they get when they're destructing a building.
Oh yeah, like
my
with a big TNT thing on it.
Yes. yes.
Ooh, we'll soon find out.
Come
what
on,
he's
production
got.
next season. Let's get the TNT plunger on the go.
Well, imagine it was this season.
Well, they'd have to be really psychic then, 'cause they wouldn't come up with it by themselves. Obviously, we'd have to give
Obviously.
them the idea.
Of course. So in this challenge, it goes on for bloody ages. We get like a really big time lapse sequence where like the wind's blowing and then it's like 1 hour. Like
The
they've
way
been
that
at
time
it.
lapse sequence was going, I actually thought we were going to get like a
6
challenge
hours.
call off or
Oh
something.
my god! Imagine.
You know how like we had that challenge where it got called off because of the lightning.
Oh god! I
because
forgot
they were all in the
about
water.
that. Yeah.
And then they solved it.
Yeah,
in a
it
really
was
stupid
rubbish,
way.
yeah.
But I thought the way it was being edited, it was like, the wind was so bad, it was just keeping blowing people off. And they'd get like 3 hours in and be like, we're just going to have to do something else.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my God, it did seem that way, actually.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't. So Jackson wins immunity. And
Well
it was
done.
pretty close, I think, between him and
Someone.
maybe. Sorry.
This
It was
is...
pretty close overall, I think.
yeah, this is Jackson's first individual immunity as well, I think.
Yes.
Good time to win it for him.
And he does quite a good, like, kind of confessional where he's just like elated.
They all made fun of Simon making a speech for winning individual immunity, and then he went on to make his own speech for individual immunity. Like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But but now you know how it feels to win individual immunity. You want to give a speech because you're so proud. Fair enough.
What was his speech?
Whose?
Jackson, what did he
can't
say?
remember what he
I
said.
can't remember the words, but I remember
remember
thinking
it.
this is in his wrestling character.
Oh,
like
definitely.
it was quite
He was
showman-y.
very much like, I've just won the title belt.
Yeah. I think he maybe even references something about that. I can't. Well, we'd have to go back and look. So I need to talk about this.
Do you?
Caleb wants to take Loz to the end and tells her he wants to take her to the end. She's the only one that he trusts in this game. Loz is pretty much giving it that back to him as well. But Caleb does a confessional where he says he wants to take her, one, because he thinks that he might be able to beat her. But if he can't beat her, he says that she deserves to win and he would be happy to see her win because she's such a good person, which was so lush.
So sweet.
Cut to Loz plotting Caleb's demise.
Yeah.
I was not
See,
happy.
this is where I think the winner edit is becoming very transparent.
Yeah,
because it's like,
maybe.
look how much
Was
of a
this a
lovely
winner?
lovely hero that Caleb is. You know, he's like such a good person.
Yeah.
he's like trusts Loz implicitly. He knows she would never betray him. Cut to Loz, I'm going to betray Caleb.
But
it's
this move is not good for her game. Like,
yeah,
it's
but she's desperate to make a move.
But
So
no
desperate
move
that they're
is
just
better.
throwing it away at this point.
No move is better than like a blatantly stupid move that ruins your own game. Like,
Well,
Get
I
what?
mean, this is an episode of people blowing up their final chance at $500,000.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll get to it later because it happens again later with someone else.
it's not even a move because it's not exactly. It's going to be hard for her to convince like Keely and Jackson to vote out Caleb.
Yeah. It's like, so it's not going to be one of us. Okay, well, there we'll vote. Okay.
There's no moves.
Also, part of this move or part of her plan that she's saying is that she thinks that she can beat Keely in the end game. What? But in what world does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to what I said before about it being too late to make a move because by this point, the move will make itself. Like
Yeah.
her, like you said, Kirsty, hers going off. It's good if she pitches Caleb, they're going to jump on it because, well, it's not them.
Yeah.
Jackson's obviously safe anyway. Keely's going to jump on it because, it's not her. There's no move. Like,
There's no move.
there's no move.
No, it's not a move. It's not a move.
Then, following on from this, Jackson, of all people, is the one to go to Caleb and say Loz is floating
I
your
love
name.
this.
Oh,
But I was like, since when were they friends?
I know.
Right, that seems to come out of nowhere.
That literally, because not one episode before he's laughing when he's out of the immunity.
But it was probably like a pally laugh, like, ha ha ha. You know.
Well,
I think it
lads.
still had.
we've not seen this in the edit that they're pals now. 'Cause
No.
Later, we get Jackson telling Caleb he's going to take him to the end.
Yes.
What?
I wonder if maybe, because you know how Jackson quite likes revenge. Mm-hmm. I feel like potentially he's seen the three girls getting together and he wants revenge on Keely for ditching him. So he's going to team up with Caleb.
Jackson also seems very keen to get Loz out, and I'm a bit, why? She's such a good bring to the end.
Oh,
Anyone
yeah.
would beat her
She
at
is
the end
the
very
definition of
much.
goat at this point.
Surely
Yeah.
she's the one everyone wants to bring.
What I do wonder is if they are thinking that they want to vote outlaws because it's not them. and it's just easy that they can all be united on it.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, I agree. She would be the perfect person to take to the end at this stage. So
If you're any of those players, you want to bring Loz to the end because you're guaranteed the win.
Yeah.
Guaranteed the win.
Yeah.
Because as we know and have talked about before, bringing someone who's equal to you in terms of gameplay is never rewarded by the jury as being a brave move. It's rewarded by being, that's a stupid move. Why didn't you bring the person that we're obviously not going to vote for?
Yeah.
You've thrown away $500,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a $500,000 decision, as they say.
Yeah.
So in another scene, we get Sally talking to Keely and asking her about the half an idol. Keely says no, she doesn't have it at this point. But apparently maybe Sally has got a whisper that could be true. Also, I forgot to say in a previous episode, I really liked when Caleb and Loz thought that Jackson had the half an idol. And they were like, should we drop some hints around him? So they were like, just saying all these things like, oh, that rice looks halfway there. And Jackson was just like, straight because he didn't know.
Brooke hadn't even told him that she had it, because I remember the Brooke tells us nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So after tribal, we need to just talk about this half idol.
Well, the half idol's been the talk of the town.
Yeah, it has.
I mean,
Considering not a move was made with these.
Yes. So Sally gets out the half an idol.
yeah.
I can just
Then-
looking over it, Will, because unfortunately this hasn't been filmed. He's got like his head in his hand.
Yeah. This is just...
So she gets it out and she's saying, I found this half an idol. Like, it's a shame it won't protect me tonight or something like that. Keely then takes the bait and says to Sally, I have the other half. And they go off and they have a chat.
At this stage, Killy has nothing to lose.
Yeah, she just has to go for it, obviously. So she is saying to Sally, I'll give you the half, but can we play it for me? And before at camp, they'd been having quite like a heart to heart about how they wanted to go to the end with each other. Sally was saying she wanted to play with her heart. She wanted to take someone that she'd been with from the start, blah, blah,
Yeah, because I'd completely forgotten actually. Sally and Keely and Faith were actually quite close at one point.
They were the wise women, the three
were.
wise women.
yeah.
But I don't know that Keely they weren't ever really truly aligned with Sally in their hearts.
And was Faith the linchpin between them, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, I just remember when they came back from Redemption Beach.
Yeah.
And they really wanted to get Sally out because they were like, her plans just don't align with ours. She's like not the type of player I want to work with. But here they are. So yeah, Sally says that she'll play it for Keely. And again, Keely can't really do anything but just trust her at this point, unfortunately. And then, yeah, we get that conversation between Jackson telling Caleb that he'll take him to the end, which was just a very like
A moment of
spanner in the
desperation.
works. Yeah, it was just
He
really...
could see them plotting and he was like, Caleb, I'll take you to the end. I'll do anything, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, if Caleb was Loz, he probably would have been like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll vote with you for
A move.
a move. Sign me up.
So the time comes, they go off to vote. Dave asks, has anyone got an idol? And up they go. Well, Sally goes with these two
With the two
halves, which,
halves.
by the way, I quite liked how they did actually join together.
I wasn't expecting that.
Because only one half had the necklace bit on it.
Yeah. Good job,
right.
Rox.
Yeah, very good. But she makes a speech about how she's always wanted to find an idol, but never in her wildest dreams did she imagine that the best move for her would be to not play it and to give it back as a best friend necklace. I mean, what do we think?
Right. This is the number one way of blowing up your chance of winning $500,000 by essentially kicking someone who the jury quite like
Yeah.
down when they're already about to get voted out, all you're doing is turning the entire jury against you. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have Mark on that jury who is plugging for Keely to win.
Yeah.
And now that she's going to get voted out
Simon.
anyway.
Simon,
Loads of
bruh.
people respect her game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, fine. She's got voted out because her game was too big. Strategically, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But to kick her when she's already getting voted out, I mean, what? What was she thinking? Was this meant to be a move? It wasn't a move because it did nothing. All you did was get up, make a show of how you've basically just lied to Keely and you know, for no reason either. It's not like you're getting up. If if the votes had been coming on to Sally and
Yeah.
she'd somehow pulled this off and then played it for herself,
Nice.
yes,
Yeah.
it would have been
Very
a dick
good move.
move,
Yeah.
but it would have been a good move. And
Yeah.
it would have been a move.
And the jury's faces.
Well, you could tell they were not happy with it either.
Yeah.
Like, I looked back because I saw on a Reddit comment, someone was like, "Oh, Simon's face says it all."
Yeah.
And I watched it back. I was like, "Yeah, just bemusement of like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, again, she's just like, she must be in such a like screwed up headspace because of the tiredness and the hunger and everything. But oh my god,
I read something today or heard something as well about someone saying that the returning players have had quite a big impact on the new people in terms of how much they've been able to share what a jury is looking for.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has been like big moves, big.
Yeah.
So they've got all of their heads about making these so-called big moves.
Yeah.
That they're just doing stuff that is like,
but
A
that's
makes
it,
no
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
B achieves nothing.
Yeah.
Or C, in Loz's case, would be actively detrimental to your game.
Yeah.
Loz or Sally, do you mean?
Loz, when she's trying to get Caleb out,
Oh,
he
sorry.
wants to take her to the end.
Yeah, but also I feel like Sally's move is
Yeah, no.
detrimental to her game as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, well, this is true. Yeah, both
So
of them.
yeah, both. Of,
I was
like,
classing Sally's move under the pointless category.
Yeah, the umbrella of pointless moves that aren't moves.
Sally's
yeah.
hits all three.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Like what?
difficulty 10,
yeah.
execution 10, 10, 10, 10s across the board.
Well, this is it. Like
God.
she might be trying to make a big move for the jury, but you need to know what a move is.
Yeah,
to
and
make a
also,
big-
and you have to have some level of jury management in there because
yeah, don't burn their favorite player in that way.
yeah.
I just can't. There's no part of me that understands it.
I know.
I try to be diplomatic about it. I try to think about the reasons but I just can't think of any other than that she was under delirium from being there so long with
Yeah.
no food or like anything.
I'm not against a kind of pointless move for the fun of it. I'll give you an example. When Raymond had that advantage,
Yeah.
and if he got everyone to put his name down, then his would be the only vote that mattered.
Yes.
And he voted out Valeria, who was going to get the votes anyway.
Yes.
So I remember Ferris saying in a deep dive, like, we did all this, it changed nothing.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was really fun to
It was,
watch.
as they say, a baller move. Like,
Yeah. It was a bit of crack.
It was so
It was
fun.
so fun to watch. But this wasn't fun to watch.
a move like that as well also went to show how they controlled the game.
They controlled the
they
whole
controlled
tribe,
the tribe.
right?
They could talk the whole tribe around. Yes, it was a little bit of a dodgy move playing the mental health card, but you know, like
When he was sleeping on the beach for 3 days.
yeah,
Not eating. He
Yeah.
committed to
He was
that role.
Full method act.
yeah. But it did, go to show how they could sway the tribe in that way. Whereas
Yeah.
this move did nothing of the sort. All it did was prove that you could get someone who pretty much thought they were going to get voted out anyway to make a last ditch attempt to not get voted out, which anybody's going to do.
Yeah.
It's,
Do you think the move would have been better if she had used it to save Keely? Because I also
yeah.
From a Keely fan perspective, yes.
But
Well,
from a
yeah.
non-Keely, like just from a Sally point of view, again, that would still be a really bad move because
Keely's
Strategic.
She's not gonna beat
Yeah,
Keely.
exactly.
It still would have been a better move.
Yeah.
Because
That's
at
what I mean.
least if she'd done that, right, she then could have built up an alliance with Keely and potentially Jackson. But at least either way, she's got a solid 2 with Keely, right? It's done something. And and yeah.
it's changed the course of the game.
Yeah, even if it means that everyone just turns on her and she gets voted out of the next tribal, at least it's a move. At least it did something,
But a bad move.
It had a reason. There was
Yeah.
a purpose there. But yeah. It was-
Conclusion of that is Keely gets voted out.
Jura here furious.
yeah.
Yeah, I had quite bad SR Survivor rage after this episode because I'm obviously kind of rooting for a Caleb win.
I'm all aboard the Caleb.
Yeah.
I am now, yeah.
I'll
But-
be fuming if he gets voted out.
Oh, I will be too. I really will be.
I would be amazed at this point if he does.
I don't think he will. I think he
Based-
might win the next immunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of betting
Based-
on.
based
Because if he
purely-
doesn't, I think he will be getting voted out.
Yeah.
Or Jackson, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get fired.
Ooh la la. Do
Who's-
you like a Final Four fire?
Who's your ranking in terms of most preferred winner at this point then?
Caleb, then Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sally, then Loz, I guess.
Same here.
Yeah,
I
same.
feel like at least Sally has tried to do
Yeah.
stuff. And she was kind of the driving force. Like she was the one wanting to get Mark out early on. You know, she's had like a gameplay.
Yeah. From what we've seen, she's tried to do stuff.
Yeah.
Versus from what we've seen, Loss hasn't.
Yeah. Which we haven't really seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
I think the edit probably is quite truthful to her game because we've seen her saying the jury's going to crucify.
Yeah, exactly. God, that must be so scary. Imagine getting to that point and being like, shit, I've done nothing.
Well, that's what we're seeing, isn't it? They're all so bloody desperate.
Yeah, it is that. I think that is what's happening.
Complete desperation, yeah.
But what we are seeing from Caleb and Jackson, well, Caleb more so, is cool, calm, composure, which is wild to say.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with a Caleb Jackson final too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see that play out.
Should we talk about what Caleb said on Instagram today about
Yes.
So he, as we have commented on, likes to put these kind of, well,
Like
he's called them
goblin
stamps.
type-
We say, yeah, goblins,
Or like-
jack-o'-lantern, snakes,
Like snakes.
on
Reptiles.
on his voting
Yeah.
slips. But I mean, I didn't cotton on to this, but he is saying on Instagram that he has only put that stamp on when it is the person who's going to be going home. When it's someone that he knows that vote is going to have no impact, he's not putting a stamp on it, which I actually think,
Blew my mind.
yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, because we thought he just like drawing these like
Yes.
ghouls and stuff, but
Yeah.
actually,
It's
Yeah.
been part of, and this
it has
is what
to
we
be
were saying
so
about
good
before,
to
like,
bring up with the
Yeah,
jury.
jury
100%.
management.
You know how they always say, "I knew where every vote was going."
Yes.
He has got the receipts.
Written proof. Yeah, 100%.
Imagine he's like, "Oh, David, bring that."
Yeah.
Oh my
Get
God.
my voting slips.
No, the parchment.
that
Yeah.
would be so good. It'd be so cool as well to have like your name on one of those slips, like as framed in your house.
Oh yeah, but can I keep that picture of my name with like this kind of pumpkin jack-o'-lantern thing?
Yeah.
The time I got voted out of Australian Survivor and lost out on $500,000.
Yeah. Or maybe
Memories.
Caleb could just
Yeah.
have them all and he could line up all of the ones
Oh,
that he
yeah.
voted out. But yeah, then this goes back to what we were saying earlier about how it's good to have something subtle that's weaved throughout your full game. And that is a prime example of something
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
like that.
I'm really hoping we get a load of stuff from, assuming Caleb makes it to the final tribal, like stuff that comes out in his speech that even we didn't really see much of in the.
Yeah.
They finally do the flashback thing.
Oh,
yeah.
this flashback thing. We're just desperate for them to
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, we need to see
Rewind.
stuff through the series to make us feel good that he's there.
Yeah.
But then
Also-
add in some extra stuff that you didn't even know about, like, oh, and then I did this, and it's like flashback.
Yes, so stuff that we've seen but haven't connected the dots.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great move.
That would
such
be-
as the drawings on the
Yes.
Yeah.
Because really, we haven't seen him talk about that in the show.
No, we
so it will be perfect if we can get a little flashy backy
Would be
of
cool.
that.
Yeah.
So, final next week.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've said who we're kind of all rooting for. I assume you're the same, Will. You didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
say
yeah.
your
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Don't worry, I'd have said.
So, yeah.
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 Yeah. Well.
Wow, our penultimate pod.
Ultimate potty.
Wow.
Oh, Once again, thanks everyone for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode or the season so far, like and subscribe to the pod, and we will be back next week for the grand finale.
Woo.